Good afternoon, all. This is Fari Hemzi. It's about 4:35 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday, September 13th, 2023. Um, from lovely downtown Naples and a little bit inland. As a matter of fact, I felt better this last what was it? This last hurricane that came in was no Ian, but and it was 220 miles east of us. But I felt secure here. Last time I was in Collier Reserve, too close for comfort. Yeah. So okay, very very quickly, mark your calendar, please. If you like to participate on the, let's see, on the, is it next Tuesday, right? Yeah. 18 is Monday. 19 and 20 are FOMC meetings. On the and this week's expiration. On the 19th, we're going to do uh, full blown webinar on Gamma. We posted some charts for you guys on Gamma. It was emailed out. We're going to be using Gamma data. We use a data source for our Gamma calculation, just to keep it simple. It's not the data; it's the interpretation of the data. It's like buying an electronics and not getting a user guide. What the hell is that for? You need the user guide. Well, Peter Cook will provide that, and he's giving us some stuff we're learning, educating us in the chat too. We're gonna have an open day that day. Okay, so in the morning you're gonna have Orb. We're gonna use the Gamma in around noonish, but you have access. And then that night we'll switch the link. So we're gonna give you the open link to come in. You don't need to. All we need, all we ask is you use first and last name. So we're complying with requirements of SEC, CFTC. But basically, what we're gonna do when you come in to log in, we're gonna give you that link. Boom. Okay. And so you could go in the go-to meeting and so forth. We just added microphone to our ES Zoom because we're going to do a change there. You're going to see about that chat Zoom. Probably about a month away, but we're getting that. In addition, last night we doubled down on our processor and CP and memory on our where the website is hosted by Microsoft on Azure, and that's why you could see why it loads so fast. You didn't even see it. See that? Yeah, yeah. I mean, let me switch here and then come back. You'd see. Yeah, I mean that's probably not a good setup. I have to close it, but you could let me do it this way. I'm doing it on different. Boom. See that? You just open it, comes in. Yeah. Why is that? Rankings on Google and some of the other work we're about to do with a couple of contractors. We felt that we need to improve our throughput. Aside from that, we did send out the updates to Happy Expert. As you know, we do the color graphics stuff that looks like this. It's been a hit. Number of people opted for that. We have not had any price change since the whole product of Happy Expert was introduced back in 2019. So pre-pandemic, pre-inflation. So I think we raised it 13% over 4 years, which is nothing. Again, we make our money on volume, not individual subscription. So what else? Orb went out. Our latest Orb version, and that's the last I'm going to go over, is this. I'm going to update. Forget that. But the code out there is version 4.95. I'm going to add that to it. But there we go. User guide, and you could see user guide was as of Monday night. There was an issue last week on a rollover. I don't know how it was caused. We've used it 4 times now. So 1 year, one contract every 3 months. Rollers were fine. Somehow in the very, very last version, maybe there was a code they were trying to improve and they wrote over what was there before. This is what happens when you have 3 programmers, myself and 2 other guys. I do very little. but we make sure that this is correct now. We had a band-aid solution, but some people missed the trade because we detected the problem at like 9:40. First trade is at 9:42. There's no way you can modify, recompact, ship out in 2 minutes and not miss the first shot. So we will hope that it will be good for the balance of the day. It's version 107.07, update 495. That went out, and now, as you could see here, it's ready for the edge contract. Okay, come this December 11th, we'll be on edge 24. So this is programmed for that. Why? To keep everybody honest, and people cannot pick and choose what they want. One fellow was complaining that, yeah, I decide when I want to roll. I said, well, maybe you don't belong here. Okay, I'm going to know if there's a problem if you decide when you want to roll. Not going to happen like that. This is the Navy sailor. We all move together. So that's it. That's what we have done. Let's get to market timing, but first calendar. Okay. Let's see. Is there anything else? No, that's it. Again, main thing is really gamma. The gamma webinar. That should be a good one. Let me put it this way: Esposito, who's out there doing options stuff, all that, heard about it. Said, "I gotta come in. I gotta be in that meeting." I said, "Well, show up. Nobody stop you, but yeah, show up. Come to the gamma." And if anybody knows his Greeks, that's Esposito. 27 years on the floor of SIBO. So, but he's marked his calendar Tuesday. Okay, access all day. Thanks. All right, let's go over this goodies. As you know, today we were subject to CPI, came in line. By the way, I need to look at the bond auction. Yeah, I missed that. I know Peter brought it up. No, can't do everything yourself these days. Just too much. Okay, CPI. As you know, I try to watch these live to the extent I can. I was up late because we were doing some changes and improving speeds and so forth. And then, of course, big Microsoft update. Big, big. It had to do with the .NET. As you know, again, I may be preaching to a choir, but .NET has to do with your data storage. Anything that's got data is probably impacted. I don't care what platform you use, as long as they're not browser-based, as long as they're bisynchronous. Okay, so it's two-way synchronous connection. You need a data holder, data storage, and that's .NET. When they do that, you might as well kiss your data goodbye. You need to get a fresh data download, which is fine. We have high-speed data, so you do that. So in TradeStation, you want to again delete. And remember, we're predominantly TradeStation in terms of our user, but you want to go to your documents. 10. This got to go now. I cleared it last night. I cleared it again today, right before this open. We want to make sure latest data, but you have to dump that. So that was big last night. Anyhow, I was up late, but this morning I gotta get up. I gotta make sure I'm here. Orb didn't trade. Doesn't trade on Wednesdays, but I just wanted to be here. Okay, consensus was 0.6 versus 0.2. Came in, priced in. That's why the impact wasn't that big. Then we were a little bit higher on the TATA on year to year. You could see that. I think probably if anything was unusual was this month to month core CPI, which is X food and energy, 2.3. I know everybody complains. But this is where I spend my money. This is high. I said, I understand that, but economists have to keep apples versus apples. So with 0.2, it came 50% above it. It came 0.3. I think this market will sell. We'll see, but I think this market will sell. We're a little bit on the high side. And today we had a couple of nice moves. Here was the problem. We didn't get a follow through. Let me look at 30-year bond auction today. 20 billion. Let's go to 2.56. Yield was 4.35. Hold on. Let me go to. Sorry, I got to jump here. Let me go to Treasury. Well, 4. Okay, I see. Okay. Those are 7-year highs. Look what happened here today. Right, almost touched it. And of course, we pumped it up on the 10-year last month. All right. So Why so small? 20 billion in 30 years, nothing. Interesting. Okay. Well, I was trading U.S., which is the 30-year futures. That was make or break for the day for that day. If you had a 30-year bond auction, that could be make and break you. Okay. Jobless claims coming up tomorrow. Forget it. I want to see PPI and retail sales. Okay, what they're expecting? 0.4, 0.3 to 0.4, 0.8. Wow, look at this. Okay, hold on. Could be some data is dropping off. Okay, from the time series. This thing's gonna be lower, 2.3. Also, notice the rents have come down. If you look at any rent data market, I just posted one from Zillow. They have come down quite a bit. Retail sales, inflation has come down quite a bit. Part of it is oil, but now oil is going up because we have to fill back the SPR. 0.7.2. Really, this is slowing down. Yeah. I think what we need to worry about is CMBSs, commercial. Mark my words. See what I'm saying? It commercial mortgage-backed securities are going to be deep trouble. Let's say 18 months from now. It won't impact the residential market, but makes a lot of people poorer. Makes some of the rich people a lot poorer. Let me put it that way. Those who have positions in the commercial setup. Why? $1.5 trillion, I understand, has to be refinanced. You can't do it when the floors and floors of commercial Class A commercial buildings are empty. Okay, so that's going to change the landscape. I don't think it's going to impact residential, but it would be impacting the commercial heavy. I was talking to a friend of mine that's fairly large in LA in what they do, and he's saying. He says, we got to get these financings done now. I said, no kidding. Of course, he knows a lot more than I do. I know what I knew about real estate in LA is dormant, is gone. Distant memory. X vehicles 0.4. Wow. Okay, that's less. That's less. This is a lot less. And gas. Okay. So retail sales is going to be a big number tomorrow, guys, at 8:30, and then PPI. I don't know. That'll probably dwarf what jobless claims would do. Business inventories, forget it. Not interested. Okay, Friday. New York Manufacturing Index or Empire State, okay. Industrial production, consumer sentiment. So at 9:15, before they open, half an hour after, these are the two numbers we want to look at. Industrial production. By the way, I ordered Econo Day for 2024, and they gave me it's a book, a spiral bound book, so you could see multi weeks and multi months. It's a lot better than this. I hate I can't go past the week we're in. At least I can call it out for you guys. Okay, industrial production. Holy macro! Holy macro! Look at that. Yes. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Capitalization the same. Okay, so look at that shaving off that big. Wow, and look at the range going negative. So we got a few days for you. Tomorrow, couple retail sales, PPI, and then Friday industrial production, and then consumer sentiment. Let's go. What is happening here? This is U of Michigan. Yeah, University of Michigan. Remember, this, I don't know what it is now, but it used to be you could subscribe to it. So a few minutes early. This is a 9:45 or is it 10? You can get 5 minutes off. So you got to be guarded. Your guards have to be up about 5 minutes to go. You could get it early, yeah, if you pay a fee, which is unfair. They should not be doing that. But who said that capitalism is fair? So, and if you don't like capitalism, there's also Moscow. We can do a prisoner exchange. So 695, 692. Yeah. So all those who try to protect Putin and they like Russia, like Tucker, we're gonna send them there. Yeah, with bunch of Salisbury steak for his jail time over there. Yeah, exactly. Because his Swanson family, yeah, he's by marriage. Yeah, he's the heir to that. Okay, we're good there. Sorry about Tucker, but you made me do it. Yeah. All right, let's go to charts. What time is it? 10 off. Okay. Remember, I promised Admiral Tico that I'll spend some time with him. Okay, timer chart. By the way, little side note: getting better and better with equal weight. You see what's happening there? Yeah. If we break this line, oh mama. Remember, we're short through puts, so we're long put spread. That's equal weighted. Yeah. I gotta get this on my phone. I get this on my phone, but not that one. I gotta call it in and see what's going on. Okay. The data's fresh. This was done after the close. For I couldn't also to work. You need about 5 minutes after the close. You saw that I uploaded. I brought the data in 20 minutes, 25 minutes after the close. So that's real. This is good. That's neutral. 70, 37, 57 negative. This is slightly negative, negative 87. Breath thrust. It's on the downside, pressuring downside. So all good. We're getting no upside pressure on CI. That's exactly what we want. We're below 50. Again, this is what I would watch for. The EW, equal weighted, look at this value. This is what you want to look at on that index. Okay? 59.43 area. So let's say 59, this is 06, yeah. So let's say we go 59.25, we're on our way. I'm probably going to stop at this 58.58, which is the negative 3 sigma, I'm saying. But then value, not current value, then value. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's already negative. Yeah. Good. This takes the effect of fang out. So you don't have big market cap names, like 7 of them controlling the whole index. Or it takes more than that for SPX. I take that back. Probably 7 here. Probably I'd say 15 here. Then you can take control of the SPX. This won't let you do that. This is equal weight. It's like down. Except there are all kinds of industries in there. There's just not big 30. Canary. Canary's in a gold mine? Okay. Transportation. Okay. Well, this is a head. This is a heads up. This is a heads up. We're potentially maybe rotating. You could see the shape. The edge is getting better and better. Remember, if you're using a momentum indicator, you could think of it as looking around the bend, if you will. Okay, if you let's say you're driving up California in PCH, you have a lot of turns coming up. This allows to show you what's coming around the bend because of the nature of momentum calculations. Okay, so that's where we are in the channel, dropping. Okay, but looks like maybe want to rotate. Now it's a low level. Yeah, if it was lower, I would say, oh, we got to jump out of our puts. Not yet. We're there. But I'm potentially talking about. Remember, we have I think 29s in there. Yeah, we're talking about. Yeah, let me backtrack here. I mean, it's we almost got out the other day. That's how good it was. But there we go. Okay, here's the trade. 450, 449. We paid about 286 on that. Okay, not bad. Look, now, why is it not bad? Look where it traded. This is where it trades or 430 was last, 286 we paid for. 404 is the very latest midpoint of the long put and the short put. Long put at 450, short put at 440. Now, boys and girls, don't go out there and get into this trade now. It's way too late. Way too late. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you do, you pay my profit. So don't do that. Yeah. Let somebody else pay my profit. Yeah. So, and we're about to exit. So, again, we're at the right time, right place. But we want to get out. We want to seal it. We want to close the deal. Yes. So, okay. Now look at here. Look at Russell. Yeah. This is also responding to interest rate. They're very interest rate sensitive, and they're having a hard time. Today we dropped. No, I'm sorry. That's utility. This is Russell. Yeah. It had a hard time today. If I go to overnight, you'd see. This is Russell. Look what it did. I mean, just Horrible, horrible, horrible. Okay. So these were a little bit higher. This was 0.7. You could see at some points earlier where the readings were. All right, let's go back where we were here. Yeah, canaries. Okay. Yeah. Still heading lower. Yeah. This has impact on futures and Qs. I'm saying on the Nasdaq. I'm saying Nasdaq. Okay. The trenders. Let's do a count again. That's a 0, -1. So let's say win, lose, even. So this is 0. No, I'm saying 0, 0, 1. Okay, because that's kind of neutral. 0, 1, 0. 0, 2, 0. 0, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2. 2, 2, 2. 1, 2. Hold on. 1, 2. That's it. One. Let's see. No, hold on. Hold on. I messed it up. Hold on. 0. No, I'm saying, yeah. 0, 0, 1. Okay, 0, 0, 1. Right. 0, 0, 1. 0, 1, 0. 0, 2, 0. 0, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2. 2, 2, 2. 2. Yeah. And then 2, 2, 3. And then 3, 2, 3. Yeah, 8. Yeah. So mixed picture. We're not, again, we're not somewhere to start it short. We may be going toward starting a long, but we're not there yet. So far, this is showing we're rolling over slowly but surely. Not a surprise. September is a seasonality, negative seasonality. It's just it's just following the what do you call it, the script. Yeah. Okay, Momo. Hold on. Momo is 0.15. Most of the day, Momo was slightly higher, near 0. Most of the day, slightly negative. Obviously, at the close, we pushed down a little bit. There's some inputs here that are common. At SP1, we're at zero signal. Zero signal. So what does these two tell us? No 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 signal here. No news here. Nothing. This is very close to fair value, and this is slightly below. So it's a coin toss. All right. We're getting soft here. Okay, this is peaked. You would think. Hold on. Yeah, this is peaked. And again, this is not giving me any signal either. They're both on the low end of a scale. Okay, you can see there. If you go back on the weekly data, there's nothing there. So no sigma there, no sigma. Overall neutral. This page is neutral. Remember, it's a preponderance of evidence. It's not a criminal case. It's a like a civil case. Big drop in VIX today. Big drop earlier today versus now. Outside bar. Okay. And you can see the SCW rising. Very little move in VXN. Also, very little move on Russell today. But overall, we're pushed down a little bit. Yeah. SQ, okay, very dormant. We're near fair value, as you know, is 140. The delta highest to lowest observed is 140, so we're near that. The big boys are not expecting any problems. But remember, their Q was here. So as it built up, it probably built more positions. It peaked there, okay, and then we've dropped. So the way I would read this right now, they're not expecting anything, which is good. Why? Surprise happen we're not expecting. If everybody's expecting, nothing's gonna happen. So I think what's on the calendar that worries me is the budget cuts. Yeah, I mean not budget cuts, government budget. Yeah, possibly a shutdown. Yeah. So we'll see. Okay, we rose up today toward the end of the day. That's live. Oh shoot! Sorry, that's to be Z. I forgot to roll that. Okay, the same because still active. It trades in tandem. Okay, and we close up 8. Right? Is it trading right now? Yeah, just stopped trading. SPX up You can't run SPX here because this is running at night, so you have to run futures. SPX closed at $5. Okay, not good. I want to be -5. The low today was 45.53. So, all right, neutral here on SP2. We have our rendezvous. We have our rendezvous. Basically, there. Two of the curves are there. Third one's coming. Okay. This VIX spread. By Friday, we have to roll it over. Why? Look at the volumes. There we go. The U contract still leads. We followed right behind it is V. By Friday, that tells me the expiration is next week. Okay. For VIX for VXU, we'll roll to V long V short F24. That's not like airplane. On Friday, because expiration must be next Wednesday. Last trade on Tuesday of next week. So that was -3 tells me. -3 tells me that we didn't see the bottom here. We rose up because it's dropped. And we're not near the high either. Again, no signal. Okay, no signal. Kind of neutral overall. The only signal I have here is that we got the second, and we got two of the stock RSIs in the same area. So rendezvous is in play. If we rotate, then that's it for this guy. You do not get all three. And often you don't. These are unusual, get all three. But we look for them. Again, input is stochastic. It's not going to be nice and clean. It could be all over the place. Hi, Malik. How are you? Welcome, sir. This is being recorded. Whatever you missed, we can play later on for you on our I'll show you on our YouTube. There's a chart from Michael Becker, one of our most loyal clients for years and years and years. Last time I meant to go over it, I missed. My apologies. My apologies. It was just I was not alert. Okay, treasuries. We talked about that again. We usually plot 5 to 7 years. I believe these are 7. They look back. Oh, look at from here. Sorry. Yeah, 7 years. 7 years of data. We want to know what the limits are. We want to go past pandemic because that's not a good read. Okay, so we want a little bit pre-pandemic and now. That's a 7 year. Those are the levels you could see. We almost touched the 10-year today. I'm saying 5-year today. Car loans. 1, 2, 3. 3 times let's try it. If we don't punch through on the fourth one, we're going down. So we'll see. I don't think that fast. It may be, I think more like maybe we could see something like this where it goes up, can't get through, we drop down a little bit. And we drift down, so to speak. 10-year for the housing, and of course, 30-year for insurance purposes and so forth. Long term, like pension funds and the healthcare insurance and so forth. Long term, that's where they park the money. Okay. Volume profile. I'm sorry, not volume. Volume ratios. Let me just refresh, make sure we're good. Total sleeper. No noise. No noise. No. I mean, all noise. No signal. All noise. No signal. Couple of times we've had signals there and it's vanished. Look at that open. Yeah. And it's vanished. No follow through. No follow through. If you follow Nordstrom, Norseman, if you follow Walter Deemer, you'd see some people are getting on their case like there's no signal here. Well, listen, they don't control this. Okay, none of us do. This is combined sentiment of all players, big, small, but existent. Active people who are in the market to some level of activity. But it just we're not there. We're not making any follow through. Just accept it. We can't give you a perfect picture. We've got to be resourceful, but we've got to also be honest. This is the picture we have. So, now, this is probably a more interesting chart. This is the work Peter Cook did. He's the guy who's going to do our Gamma webinar next Tuesday. Again, open to everybody. We'll send you an email if you're on our email list. We'll also put it on Twitter. Both me, Admiral Tico, and Orb Trading, which are open. You can follow them, any of them you want. We'll put the link up there It's a go-to meeting link. It takes you there immediately. Doesn't need an email from you. All we ask you is to use first and last name in the chat room because we have to protect our the validity of our chat rooms within the rules of SEC CFTC. Okay, short here on ES, short here on mid caps. Okay, short here on Russell, and just went long on the what do you call it, on the NQ. And you can see what's going on there. Now, part of that is because of this move. This move pulled it up. Okay, it was he went there to short, then jumped in at the high here, and we're below it. So it's actually negative results right now for this for NQ. This is what you see on the on our page here. Here's that what that is. Okay. First time we're showing our what do you call it? Our CG stuff, color gradients. Yeah, I like it. For me, I mean, I did for myself first for different package, but I really like it. So here's the trade. You see it now, but don't trade it. Do not trade it. Okay. Nancy and I are helping each other, working hard to try to get this thing cleaned up right here. This stuff. We have some duplicates here. She's got to take care of them. The duplicate is defined where, remember, these are recorded every Friday night at midnight, automatically by the server. But if we're not using it, that's what happened in August. If we didn't change, I'm not that. I'm saying we didn't change anything. We're going to get rid of the duplicates. You don't need the duplicates, okay? But as you go from one to the other, it should have a change there. So we're going to go through that. I'm keeping. I've cleaned up some, and I'm going to keep it where we are, and then Nancy's going back and catching up from the back end. Okay, we're on trade 374, and then once we go flat, then the next trade will be 375. Remember, we're event driven. There's no quota. Okay, but when we don't have a signal, some people have complained like, why am I sitting here? Well, it's called timing. You know, as Admiral Tico says, bring some tea and don't forget your book of Rumi. Because sometimes you have to wait for timing. Market timing is not your timing. It's the market's timing. Yeah, exactly. Your timing is slightly different. For Tico, every time there's a burger, for example, or a steak, that's his timing. Oh, I cooked him some ribeye over the weekend. Oh my God. He did not leave the green egg the whole time. Okay, what else do I need to go over there? Oh, last chart. And then we're going to address Michael Becker's question. We have a little bit of room there. We have a little bit of room there, but I'll get to that. Let me get to. I'm sorry. You see, just hours are too much. And I haven't been smoking, so that's just good. Cigars, yeah, which is good. Okay, so what do we have here? Let's see. Okay, like a little bit bigger. Okay, so this is what we have. Let me kill this. Okay, now what do we got here? We came and retested down below. That's nice. We have a good separation between the two moving averages. Okay. So now we're waiting for the next shoe to drop. I want a 40 to 45 area drop as a start. If we don't achieve that, the shorts we're just going to kill us on theta. You need to have a reasonable expectation, what you're looking for incrementally. That means at the margin, going forward, what do we want to look for? That's not happening. That's an early warning. It's not the rest is just the rest is just what do you call it? Pipe dream. Who is this guy? Forgot. He took over CNBC after John Bollinger. I forget his name. Interesting character. Anyhow, good for him. Yeah. Anyhow, long story short, that's my analysis here. If you want to see a little bit more history there, maybe go to 5-year and click that, and you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, you could see the heavy areas. That's what I'm saying. 40 to 45 area. That's the area I want to see. If we sit there and meander, don't go, next move is up. If they cannot push it down, it's called price discovery. It goes to the other side. How do we know that? Volume profile, auction market. This is an auction market. It'll try to find the next buyer or next seller. Can't find it, it goes the other side. So that's my spiel. Now let me freeze this for a second because I gotta go to my emails. Okay. And I want to get the chart that Michael Becker gave me, and I completely forgot to use it last week. And I wrote to him, I apologize. There we go. There you go. There you go. Channel 9. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay, I'm ready. There we go. You guys see his chart? Okay. There we go. Okay. The question he had was, I believe, possibility of the testing the bottom of the channel, or is that bridge too far for now? Great movie. Yes, yes. Good question. Now, bottom of the channel on SPY puts us 420. No, I think we could do that. I think we can. We're not shooting for that. We're shooting at 440. But I think it's a little bit early. And I don't know where that chart is now, but a little bit early now to talk about 420. I think I want to look at that 440 to 430 area first. But you could get into trouble. The market could get, all you need is a one bad day, right? For some reason, pressures line up and we got a visit, let's say not in September, but maybe early October. Test that. This market again. Sell on Rosh Hashanah, buy on Yom Kippur. I don't know when Yom Kippur is, but we can definitely go there and check it out. Yom Kippur, 223. Okay, September 24th. So the picture is going to be different in that area, 23rd. So we're probably going to shift through there. So between now and next 10 days, when the 23rd is a Saturday, we should be drifting down. Moving past that, we could pull up. Okay, we could pull up. So can we get there by 23rd? I don't know. Maybe. Depends on what the bad news are. Non-farm is already gone. Towards this week is expiration. But we have GDP coming up, durable goods, all the good stuff in the third and fourth week. I can't say no, and I can't say yes. Again, if you look at this chart, it's got a little bit to go. Now, he is using the SPY, which is good. It's a daily chart, 1 year back of the SPY, but it doesn't have no future in there, so there's not a time value of money involved. So it's a pure price, and maybe we can. I don't know. It puts us in. I don't know what those are. Hold on. I don't know what these are. Are these middle of the month? Is it? Are these cycles? Okay, it's running those cycles. Yeah. 0, 15 in a couple of days from now. We're not there. We're above it. See, we're above it. The SPY today is. Where's the SPY today? Let's take a look at it this way. SPY today is 4468. Okay, so back to here, 4468. We're up here. 4-6. We're a little bit up here. So a little bit early. Remember, this is one. The movement here is 1/10 of S&P. It would take a major bad news to get there. That's my 2 cents, Michael. Okay. If anything hits me, I'll send you an email. Remember, I'm not good at doing one-on-one. I would say I have a solution for you, but let's do it here. Or come to my go-to meeting. I don't mind. Give you access there. It's just going to be others have to be present. I just can't do one-on-one. Okay, Michael? But that was a great chart. Thank you. And I apologize for missing it in time last time. Any other questions for me, guys? Oh, we are running 70. Update 70. 71 is in the works. One of my programmers has it. But he does advanced development stuff. The problem is that God always gives me a headache because the code is compatible, but not the charts, the workspaces. But 70 is out there. As you know, I had a late lunch last week at in train station crowd down there in the plantation. I thought I'd done something bad. They're calling me to slap on my hand. No, get my hand slapped. No. There's a couple of things are coming up. They want me. I was in the loop. Um, but 71 is coming. My beef was, what did you do to us? 67 was came in around December or January. Then nothing until June for 68. Then we had all these problems. Then you're giving 69 and 70 back-to-back update, which are bug fixes. Now we have 71. So their answer was there's more to come. They're improving it. We went to multi-core. The way you do your multi-core and trace station, you want to make sure you're on preferences, desktop, performance, and you can see this. Good. Now you got all 16 cores running. We never had that. This is the legacy. Every time you reinstall or update or write over it, it goes back. You have to update this, and then you have to reboot. It doesn't count until you reboot, not your machine, the trace station. And then I would also get rid of my data file, because if you have that kind of a data being sucked in with that kind of CPU usage, I wouldn't want to be using the legacy for that. Here is the performance for it. Hold on, this is performance. There we go. You have 16 cores. You want to use it. You want to use it. Up to now, they had not until actually 70. They got it fixed, and I got 71. I've been pounding a table for that. The other thing is, again, I can't confirm this, and neither would they. Most likely before end of the year would be 64-bit. This is still a 32-bit application. That would be less risky. Multi-core was riskier. If they do that, I've been bitched about it for like 5 years. They finally got there. One of them said, "Well, at least we're getting there, Barry." Yeah. Oh well. Monex bought them, so they were doing the Japanese version of this. Imagine writing up there in Japanese. Yeah. So they were doing that, and that's what kept them going. A lot of brokers got into trouble. Yeah. Yeah. There's not a lot of money in brokerage business anymore, and that's their model. So they need a sugar daddy, and that was Monex. But in exchange for that, they had to adapt it for the trading, I think, gold and commodities in Japanese. Please, why can't they trade in English? There's a de facto world language. So that's my spiel, ladies and gentlemen. Any questions for me? $57.84. That's right. The new date. I'll tell Admiral Tico. Yes. Yeah. Remember, now he's gonna hide the credit cards for a week. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So. Yeah. Of course, my sister. She probably needs a couple of days for atonement. Yeah, she has such a list. Yeah. So it's in the family. Trust me. Happy New Year to you too, sir. Anything else, guys? Anything I need to know? All right, guys. Let me wrap this up. I promised Tico we're gonna go outside, so let me close this and then get this to get him some air for him. But I will post it first, as always. Again, as we mentioned earlier, for the potentially new members, if you go to our webpage, yeah, two things you want to know. Members, where you got to sign up for this. But if you're already here, you've already signed up. No need there. And we posted everything else there. We're going to put the gamma stuff in there with a link. Let's see. And then here's where we post the YouTube, because your YouTube channel is here. You can go there, and we'll be adding it there. Okay? No cuts, no edits, nothing. As soon as possible for you guys, and then taking time off. Thank you, Dennis. I appreciate that. Thank you for attending. Good evening, all. Enjoy your time off. And yes, we're burning at 89 degrees here, and we can't keep this place cool enough. But oh well, that's as and Dennis says. This is the cost of living in paradise. So, all the best.